A touchdown for Longview!
You're watching KLTV in Tyler and District 13 5A football. Tonight, the Longview Lobos for the district championship against the Pine Tree Pirates here live at Pirate Stadium in Longview. The Lobos this time send Charles Smith to the near side of the field. Eric Karras wants to throw, instead hands it off to his fullback. That's Clifford Powell, number 21, and Powell is stacked up immediately and maybe got a yard. The two defensive tackles, David Sanders and Shannon McCaslin, along with the middle linebacker, Joe Dent, in on the tackle for the Pirates.
Didn't fool the Pirate defense that time. Excellent job on defense by them. We might point out the winner of this game will play in Baylor Stadium against either Colleen Ellison or Bryan. The loser in Amon Carter Stadium in Fort Worth against Temple, and that's not going to be an easy task.
3rd and 11 for the Lobos at the 38-yard line, and Harris will throw. Intended for Leon Hendricks, but it goes through his hands and out of bounds, and that'll bring up 4th down and Longview's first punting situation. $8,000 fans are here tonight, Miles.
And if they'd have had room, they probably could have gotten 15,000 in here. They had 11,000 last year in a game not nearly as important as this one, but they're very loud, vocal tonight.
They've added 2,000 bleacher seats on either side of the field. And despite the rain, the fans have showed up. This is Wes McWhorter punting for Longview. Back deep is Jeff Hayes. And this is Hayes at the 15-yard line. And Hayes is just pulverized by number 20, Mike Boyd. A 43-yard kick for McWhorter. And the Pirates will set up 1st and 10. Inside their own 20-yard line. We'll call it the 16.
Important for them to get something going. Again, the first time they tried with no success running the football, opened it up, threw the ball a couple of times in the last possession. And again, they don't have good field position, so they don't want to get the turnover, but they've got to try to get something going here on the option possibly with Hayes.
Jay Tommy goes to the near side of the field. This is Hayes with the football, and Kenny Jones gets the pitch back and takes it to the 19. Hayes then brought down by number 5, Victor Crane. And number 42, James Cashel.
That's the first option play we've seen so far, and that's something that concerned Longview coming in. Coach Cox says, we haven't seen that. No one else runs this type of offense in the district, so he was a little concerned about stopping the option. That was their priority this week in practice.
2:44 to play. It's 2nd down and 7. We'll call that a pickup of 3, and this time Hayes keeps the football, crosses the 20-yard line, and Hayes is brought down right away by number 14, Tarodney Robertson.
And that's a fired-up Longview defense right now. Tarodney, 8 interceptions this year. That's a new school record, and he's showing you he can play the run pretty darn well, too.
It also leads the district with 8 interceptions, and at home, Rodney wears number 1 because he ripped his home jersey, so he'll wear any number as long as he can play. Hand off this time, and a loss of about 6. Ronald Cleaver in on the tackle. The handoff was to Jay Tommy, the wingback.
That's just good, solid defense by the Lobos. Cleaver staying at home. And Tommy had nowhere to go. And another punting situation now for the Pirates, with the clock running down here in the first quarter.
1:35 to play. Mike Bryce is standing at his 2-yard line. Leon Hendricks and Charles Smith are back deep for the Lobos. And that's Smith calling a fair catch. He does make the catch at the 45, and that's where the Lobos will set up offense. Just a 28-yard punt for Mike Bryce, and once again the Longview Lobos have great field position.
That's been the story so far in the first quarter, and Joe Johnson, in case you joined us late, scored on a 22-yard touchdown run early in the game, and that's where we stand at this point. 7-0 Longview leading. Game for the district championship, and this town has just been electric all week long. Fans lined up outside the ticket offices, spent the night out there.
About 50 of them did. And just think, we got in free. Mike Buffin's in at wingback. The quarterback is Eric Karras, and Joe Johnson has the football. He is the junior tailback. and goes inside the 40-yard line. Johnson is there, met up by number 5, Victor Crane, who made the tackle.
And Eric Harris, the quarterback, out throwing blocks for Joe Johnson. This is exactly what the Lobos want to do. That ball control offense, they just jam it down your throat. And last week they did it against John Tyler. John Tyler played good defense. That third quarter just finally wore him down.
That was a gain of 5. Number 5 on the tackle was Eric Bublitz, not Victor Crane. It's 2nd and 5 from inside the 40-yard line, and Puffins gets the call, and he is a runner inside the 30-yard line, picks up the first down.
That's enough for a first down, and Longview moving again.
Less than 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. Our score 7-0, the Lobos on top. I formation, Harris gives it to Johnson again. Joe Johnson gains about 8 yards on the play.
Boy, and a great block, Jerry, by Clifford Powell, number 21, the fullback on the play. Sealed it off, opened up the hole, and Johnson with a big gain again. A short yardage situation on 2nd down, and they love that.
Clock ticking down, inside 10 seconds to play. The Lobos line up in the I formation again. And they won't get the play off. So with Longview in control, our score 7-0, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.